Henry Kissinger, the MKUltra pimp, also known as Dr. K. Henry Kissinger was born Heinz Alfred Kissinger on the 27th of May, 1923, in Fürth in central Germany, the son of a rabbi. His parents immigrated to the United States in 1938, and Heinz became Henry. From 1943 to 1945, he worked for the U.S. intelligence. In 1955, the Rockefeller Syndicate put young Henry to work as a change agent to implement their centuries-old plot of one world rulership with 13 satanic black nobility bloodline dynasties as hereditary monarchs. Kissinger is a high-ranking official of the Zionist Masonic organization B'nai B'rith, Bilderberg Group, Trilateral Commission. He belongs to the Swiss Grand Lodge, Alpina, Bohemian Grove Club, the Phi Beta Kappa Club, Cosmos Club, Federal City Club. Kissinger has been positively identified as a sadistic, MKUltra monarch, mind-controlled, slave, user, and abuser. It's important to understand that once trauma-based mind control is put in place, the victim will have no will of their own. They do not question or resist, and most of the time, depending on the task, have no memory of it afterwards. Henry Kissinger was indeed a very well-known and calculating programmer. His victims were used in all types of operations. His methods were mostly trauma-based torture, threats, shock, hypnosis, and drugs. Kissinger was the mastermind behind my personality structure and used others to further his creation. This is according to Bryce Taylor, a victim of Kissinger's programming. Here's a picture of her book cover, and that's Bryce Taylor in the middle. He was usually inside the top security places. My father and others took me. There they did all the prep. Prepping to me meant torture in machines, chairs, all sorts of horrors, and then when I couldn't function any longer, didn't know my own name or if I was even real, they would take me to Henry. He used his victims as sex slaves, couriers of coded intel, drug mules, assassins, political characters used to mold society into willing slaves. These human robots serve global elites. A Kissinger quote, "Today, America would be outraged if UN troops entered Los Angeles to restore order," referring to the LA riots in 1991. "Tomorrow, they will be grateful. This is especially true if they were told that there were an outside threat from beyond, i.e., Islamic fundamentalism. Whether real or created, that threatened our very existence. It is then that all peoples of the world will plead to deliver them from this evil. The one thing every man fears is the unknown. When presented with this scenario, individual rights will be willingly relinquished for the guarantee of well-being granted to them by the world government. Does it sit well with you that world leaders dressing in cloaks and gowns, using coded names, drinking expensive alcohol to excess, eating gourmet food to excess, having secret meetings, and coming to decisions about world events, having orgies, sodomizing, raping, and torturing men, women, young girls, and boys, then hosting human sacrifices to a satanic god by the name of Moloch, a stone owl, then using blackmail on selected men, grown men urinating on each other and on the ground, so much so that plant life dies. All at a clubhouse, for the very rich, with rooms for different appetites such as a dark room, a leather room, and of course a necrophilia room. This section is called the U-Underground. A quote from Cathy O'Brien, MK Ultra victim/survivor. Slaves of advancing age with failed programming were sacrificially murdered at random in the wooded areas of Bohemian Grove, and I felt it was only a matter of time until it would be me. Cathy O'Brien, potential victim of such a sacrifice, lived. Others reportedly did not. Kissinger also played a role in Cathy O'Brien's handling, abuse, and torture. Something to think about, just a note at the end here. Approximately 350,000 children, or shall I say young people, go missing yearly in the United States alone. That's 350,000. And only a handful are found. Where are these young people? We don't see bodies strewn about on the roads. Where are the young people that are being abducted, stolen from their parents or from their homes, schools, churches, daycares? Well, I know Canada has a very big problem with human trafficking, and especially coming from the United States. The United States has a problem with human trafficking. And again, the question is, where are our children? Well, this might serve as part of an answer.
You can find it here. Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She got the Mercedes.